Good morning, traders. Mark here from the Day Trading Room. 20 past 10 on Saturday morning, London time. Unseasonably good weather here in England, so hope you're all enjoying your Easter weekend. Happy Easter. Spending a bit of time just to review my trades from last week in the latter part of the week, and also take time to do a little bit of a blog update. I'm not going to spend more than 5 or 6 minutes running through some of these trades from the last couple of days. On the laptop again, so please excuse the different layout. Using a 100 tick chart here just to make the trades a little bit clearer. I've noticed that, especially on some of the first scales, it's not very clear because often they're within one or two candles. This will be the second time I've attempted to do this video. I don't know why Camtasia is messing around with me, but there you go. So let's run through very quickly. Oil. This was on Thursday. As you can see, they opened 2 o'clock. Good drive lower, broke through some support from the pre-market trade. First pullback, not hanging about on oil. It's got a tendency at the moment to really snap back. It's punishing those who are trading breakouts. So really, first pullback or fades the order of the day. Did a double top trade earlier in the week. Not really worth talking about. This is the better trade to discuss. First pullback, good push lower, good little tape read there from me. Push lower and just 10-cent target. Not looking to trail anything on oil. Looking to if I can take 10 cents out of oil at the moment, then I'm pleased. So that's that. And oil really was. It's a funny old week on oil. It's been chopping around, doing all sorts of things, driving higher. But not really the sort of strength that we had before the Egypt thing kicked off and now turned into a Libya situation. But you've got to pick your moments on oil. You've really got to pick your moments. You've got to know your strengths and know your weaknesses on oil, and trade it when it's right for you, because it really can be vicious if you don't. YM though, this is one of the things I want to talk about. Best and worst trades of the last few days. Let's go for it. Okay, worst trade. Now let's start with the best trade. Why not? Really, it was the best trade, but it was tainted by missing a little bit of the move. Good gap open. Let's put it into context. There's the 1 minute. It's the 100 tick here. Good gap open, and you can see. Let's just scroll back on the. Look at that strength from overnight. Good drive higher. Really no pullbacks. A bit of consolidation before the open. A little bit dip lower. I'm looking to get all over this long. But I'm not looking to chase, because I know that they can snap it down 20 cents or so, before driving. So it's all about pinpointing the entry, and I've tried to finesse it too much. Here we go, 50s, 57 I was bidding, didn't get a fill on that, so missed that lovely drive higher. A lot of supply there. First reasonable pullback, thought I could catch a tail, so I was bidding 68. Missed that, went to 72, so misjudged that, and we popped up to a new high. But it actually developed into another trade here because the drive was reasonable. We'd come a long way. We had found a few sellers here. We'd pushed through them, but notice we didn't spend much time, much time above that. And on a 1 minute, let's look at it in context. That's not very clear. Actually, if I turn that to a whole YM, that'll be clearer because it will get rid of the scale. Bear with me while I get this. There we go. There's the drive high, you can see, and it just tried to push up. Not much volume there. Didn't hang around there. And as it started to roll over, I thought, okay, it's worth a short. It's worth a short. Risk is really quantified. It's not a lot of risk, and I got a little bit lucky on it. It just gave me the immediate 10 cents, and because I'm counter trend, I'm not hanging around with that. Taking 10 cents out of that and moving on. But that really wasn't a trade. There was misfortune to miss those, but this was the trade of the few days really. Data, 3 o'clock data. Let's scroll over, put it into context here. Here we go. We've got strength. We've had strength pre-market. We've had strength at the open. We've drifted, yes, but we haven't really tested any lows. Data came out. It pushed us a little bit higher. I believe it was there. I think I'm on the right day here. Yeah, I think I am. Yeah. Pushed us higher. Not much volume came in. Took us out of the high. We held, as long as we were holding near the highs, and again that 80 was a key level from earlier. If you'd been watching the tape, you'd see even though there were some sellers there, the buyers were still obviously buying that. And a lot of strength here at 70. There's plenty of things, plenty of good reasons to get long. So got the long, got the 10-cent target, got the second target, and the third target premise was new high in the ticks or 1,000 ticks. And I think it was about 3:15. Got the new high in the ticks there. Was looking for 1,000 ticks but didn't get it. But that was a 34-cent profit on that final target. So really pleased with that. Really pleased to sit through some little pullbacks. They weren't that savage, but it was okay. And I think here was the most time where I wanted to hold. I wanted to hold the majority, so I was only scaling a bit there, but I still had to keep my stop around there. So it would have been actually a net loser if it had come down and stopped me out very slightly because of the size of the position still available, still on, and the fact that I only scaled a little bit. But when it started running on, I just started to tighten the stop up, and that worked out really nicely. So that was good. Worst trade, I got away with this one, but it was just a misread. It would come down so far. Let's put it into context again so we can see what we're talking about in 1 minute. Here we go again. Data. We had come down quite a bit. We'd filled the gap actually, which is around here. Push low. I thought we may have another push to retest. I was probably trying to be a bit clever. My tape reading let me get away with it though, because I did see a seller jump in around here, front run him. But that was it. He really wasn't. There was far too many buyers sitting there, and he was probably the only seller there. So there was no real aggression to take it lower. Spotted that, and I just scratched it out. I think it was a 3 or 4 tick profit. So I'll class that as a scratch. But that was a misread. It was a misread purely because the gap had been filled. We come down along where there was no real weakness. Look at the ticks. We get nothing. Minus 365, and even on that data, we only went to minus 500. So to play for a continuation wasn't really the trade. I think really should have been looking for the buy. If it had double bottom, fantastic. If it didn't, then see that it didn't go lower and then take the buy. So those are the trades I want to review. A few other bits and pieces did on oil. A couple of stop outs and a couple of 10-cent gains, so make me around net neutral on those. But I was happy with most of the trades. I don't think they were bad. I just think it was just the way that they worked out. I think the worst trade was this, so which is why I'm going through it. And the best trade was that one where I run for the final target and took the 34 tick profit. So as always, guys, manage your risk. Number one thing, if you do anything, if your goal is to only manage your risk and to only take an X loss per trade per day, whatever it may be, then just stick to that for the week, one step at a time. If you do that, then the market can't do any damage, and you can be in here for the long haul. So good trading, guys. Enjoy the weekend. Enjoy your Easter weekend. I will be back with another video shortly. Not shortly. I'm back with another video mid next week.